Hey there, I'm Erin, founder of Powertrain Delegate, and today we're going to talk about structured communication systems in high performing teams. So, if you are joining me back, you will know that this is part two of a three-part series called From Chaos to Clarity, where I'm helping busy business owners create efficient and productive teams with simple steps. So there's three systems that we're talking about in our series, Chaos to Clarity. Number one was the project management tool or task delegation system. If you've missed that, back up and catch it. This is number two, which is the team communication system. So when people think of team communication, one thing they think of is just like chatting back and forth through the day. They think of Zoom messages, but it goes a lot deeper than that. And what we really recommend for our clients is that they have an entire communication plan that we build out for them. And what you're going to include in your check ins needs to be a very detailed plan for you to be successful in the communication in your business. So, now some of the common issues we see around team communication that lets us know that there's a communication problem is missed deadlines, failure to check in and check out, review work if a business owner says to me, I don't really know what's going on, that can be a combination of a communication problem and a project management system problem. So, also, if team members will say to us, we individually interview team members when we go to evaluate a business. Team members will say to us, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to find my tasks, or I'm so overwhelmed by the sheer amount of information coming at me that I don't know where to start. So, those are all some common problems we see when it comes to team communication. And team communication can impact so much more than just the ability to move through your day. It's about so much more than where you reach out and how you talk to each other. It can also impact like client delivery and your retention and referral rate really, because if your team doesn't communicate well, important things fall through the cracks. So that message, a good example is clients that come in and they have messages that from customer service that are being missed. And what that boils down to is that you have a big, huge communication problem where things aren't communicated properly with enough follow up to make sure that you don't miss those important details. Now, a customer service problem will directly impact your retention and referral rates. So it's very important to get communication under control within your business. So, what does structured communication look like in a business, or what does a communication plan look like? A couple things we recommend that you always have is your primary channel where you're going to chat. I have had a lot of clients come to me and tell me that they use WhatsApp for team communication. I'm not a big fan of any platform that is a solid thread as opposed to being able to break off into threads and that doesn't integrate with your project management tool. That's a couple of the biggies that I look for when we pick communication platforms. I love them to be able to integrate with project management tools. As I said, with the project management tool, though, it's very individualized based on the business and what really works for the business owner. Are you a business owner that's on the go more often? Then you need to consider the fact that you're going to do communication from your mobile device more. I'm on the go quite a bit. I have two teenage daughters. It's important to me that I be able to easily chat on my mobile device, keep track of things while I'm out and about. So that's a big thing you need to look at when you're considering communication for your own team. And then there's really like the project management type communication that stays within the project management tool. And then also, of course, we have email. I have had clients come to me before that are trying to communicate with their teams via email. I never recommend this. This is not a good thing to do in your business. Email should be saved for external communication with outside contractors, outside of your primary core business team, or just external people within that you utilize day to day in your business. So you don't want email as your primary method of communication for your team. Within those communication platforms, it's good for you to really streamline and strategize how you're going to use each one and make it crystal clear. So everybody across your team knows if this type of problem arises, this is where I'm going to go to communicate about it. One quick tip that I always recommend for teams that I work with that really helps is that at the end of the day, so we're going to say, for example, Slack, that's what I use as my primary communication tool. We have a end of day update, and I do this for most of the teams that I manage when they come under the management portion of my business. We have a day end report. I'm very busy. I'm managing multiple businesses, not only my own. So I need to be able to quickly look and see what's been accomplished in a day. Is there things for me to review? Are there things that I need to know is coming up in the next day or two? All of that would go in that end of day report for both me and the owner. So that's one thing you want to keep in mind, that those end of day reports can really streamline your life. I know we have the project management tool, which lets us see the progress of things moving forward, but also as a business owner, sometimes there's things that you need to review quicker than others. There's things that your team can keep you top of mind that does not fall through the cracks. So we have several different templates that we use for clients based on what we think they need with communication and around their communication plan. So when it comes to team communication, if you feel like you need extra help or you just need to know where would work the best for your team, then I encourage you to reach out to us. We are offering our Fix My Team business audit. And one of the big things to look at is your communication, your project management tool. And then also, please join me back in the next segment where we're going to talk about RPA, which is roles, processes, and accountability. That's the third system that we always look at when we go into teams. Thanks. See you soon.